Namaskar, Skull, Adab, welcome. A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, जहाँ पर भी आप हैं. And आज जो कुछ घंटों पहले एक शो किया था वहाँ से I think we started talking about certain things and we'll continue to do it in the subsequent lives. It's all about Sushant Singh Rajput. It's all about how to connect the multiple dots and how certain things जो कि आजकल हो रही हैं, especially मुंबई में around certain people, how we can kind of connect those kind of dots with certain activities जो कि होती आई हैं मुंबई में, आगे भी शायद होंगी, बट इस टाइम पे ऑल थैंक्स टू परमवीर सिंह, उनके मुंह खोलने की वजह से काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें बाहर आएंगी, बहुत सारी चीज़ें लोगों को दिखना शुरू हो जाएंगी जो दिखती थी पर लोग बोलते नहीं थे, लोग डरते थे, लोग समझते थे लेकिन किसी के साथ शेयर नहीं करते थे. अगेन जस्ट अ डिस्क्लेमर, आज के सेशन में और सब्सिक्वेंट काफ़ी सारे सेशंस ऐसे होंगे जो जहां पर हम बातें करेंगे कुछ लोगों के बारे में. We are not associating them with any kind of murder. We are not associating them with any kind of malpractices, but we are also trying to kind of showcase कि ये लोग क्यों अब तक इनकी विजिबिलिटी उतनी क्यों नहीं रही केस में, ये लोग क्यों नहीं इस टाइम पे उतने लाइमलाइट में हैं जितना ये पहले थे थोड़ा सा. इनमें से कुछ लोग ऐसे होंगे जो बिहाइंड द सीन्स हमेशा से रहे हैं पर आज तक इनके ऊपर किसी ने कोई क्वेश्चंस नहीं किए, एंड स्पेशली हम जैसे लोग जो कि मुंबई से नहीं हैं, जो लोग मुंबई में वेल कनेक्टेड ऐसे नहीं हैं, जो लोग वेल कनेक्टेड है. यस मलिश्का ऑलरेडी रैन द डिस्क्लेमर एंड एक बार फिर एक्चुअली जस्ट टू बी श्योर that we are on the same page, I'm gonna run the disclaimer आप सबके लिए, क्योंकि there is no bad intention, there is no wrong intention in talking about certain people, and we will continue to talk about certain people, certain things around this case. And I would encourage you guys to start thinking from your perspective on these lines and ask questions. The whole intention of me doing all these sessions going forward would be to help you think about certain people, think about certain issues, think about how all this could be related to the murder of Sushant Singh Rajput. इसके अंदर थोड़ी सी ऑब्वियसली हमारी रिसर्च गई है, कुछ लोगों की बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प ली गई है. Without naming names, we will definitely continue to talk about certain names, certain people, and it's up to us to decide कि कैसे और क्यों ये लोग इन्वॉल्व रहेंगे हुए होंगे. तो without wasting any more time, I will start talking about certain people and certain things. कुछ घंटों पहले मैंने ट्विटर पे कुछ फोटोग्राफ्स डाली थी. कुछ ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं इन एंड अराउंड मुंबई जिनके बारे में बहुत देखा जाता है, बहुत सुना जाता है. स्पेशली उन लोगों से मैं जानना चाहूँगा जो मुंबई से हैं, जिन्होंने शायद इन लोगों को या इन एजेंसीज को या इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के बारे में सुना होगा. उनमें से एक एजेंसी कहें या ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कहें, वो है आई लव मुंबई फाउंडेशन. आई लव मुंबई फाउंडेशन बहुत सारी चीज़ों में दे प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड अ वेरी गुड रोल, जैसे कि मुंबई की क्लीन अप, चाहे वो बीचेस हों, चाहे वो बहुत सारे लैंडमार्क स्पॉट्स हों, या ओवरऑल मुंबई की ब्यूटिफिकेशन एंड क्लीन अप के लिए उनको बहुत अप्रिशिएट किया जाता है. बहुत सारे कैंपेन्स रन करते हैं, हेल्थ कैंपेन्स रन करते हैं, दे रन marathons, they run a lot of cleanup activities. They invite people from different NGOs and help clean the city and give it a brand name, and that's why they use the tagline I love Mumbai So इस फाउंडेशन, इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बहुत सारे लोगों की सपोर्ट है, बहुत कुछ फंडिंग में भी होता है फ्रॉम द बैक एंड, एंड आई एम श्योर दे आर डूइंग अ प्रीटी वेल जॉब, जहाँ की um, where it when it comes to Mumbai's kind of image. uh, I really want to kind of bring certain things around those people and those things. uh, इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक तरह से रन करते हैं a very young chap, Rahul N. Kanal, uh, who is very active on Twitter, who is very active on social media as well. Because not only is he worried about, or not only is his focus around the cleanup and the branding of Mumbai as a city, but also around certain people that he is affiliated with. Or yeah, based on my little bit of research, based on the public information that is available around Rahul. तो थोड़ा सा पहले राहुल के बारे में जान लेते हैं, जो चीज़ें मुझे पता चली हैं, and I would love to hear from you as well. So, first I think 30-35 minutes, maybe I'm gonna do the talking. I'm gonna share some facts, things around certain people, and then I would love people who know how things work in and around your city, especially अगर आप मुंबई से हैं, and if you want to speak about it, I would love to have you as well. तो राहुल के बारे में हम इसलिए बात कर रहे हैं क्योंकि राहुल एंड कनाल, वेरी यंग चैप, ही I think 80-85 born, and he is right now uh, the youth leader for Shiv Sena. उससे पहले ये वाइस प्रेसिडेंट थे कांग्रेस डिस्ट्रिक्ट कमेटी के, एंड देन यूथ टीम ऑफ कांग्रेस, उनके लिए भी इन्होंने बहुत काम किया. बट नाउ he has been part of or he's the head of the Yuva Sena, which is, and it's a voluntary position that he has, but it's a very powerful position he has. अगर आप राहुल एंड कनाल के लिए सिर्फ सर्च ही करेंगे, two things that will come out very prominent for all of you. One, uh, he's very young, but he's very dynamic. He's very like हर चीज मुंबई से रिलेटेड, स्पेशली चाहे वो बॉलीवुड हो, चाहे वो पॉलिटिकल एरेना हो, हर तरफ राहुल इज वेरी विजिबल, वेरी एक्टिव. Around social media also इनकी एक्टिविटी बहुत ज़्यादा है, because all the work that he does or the foundation does is all visible and available on social media as well. So वहीं से ये कुछ डॉट्स कनेक्ट होनी शुरू करी, एंड वहीं से हमने इनके बारे में थोड़ा जानना शुरू किया, and that's where I'm going to lead you to. He is also Rahul is also not only a good friend or a bhakt of the Thakres. He's one of the best buddies, I think, of Aditya Thakre. But more importantly, he is also very well connected with the inner circle of Bollywood as well as the police. कुछ इमेजेस हमने लास्ट कुछ वीक्स में सोशल मीडिया पे भी देखी, मैंने भी शेयर की थी, कुछ और लोगों ने भी शेयर की थी, जहां पर ही सीन doing a lot of stuff around COVID, चाहे वो sanitizers, masks and all that, उनकी distribution हो, या food donation drives हो, जहाँ पर लोगों को food दिया जा रहा है, या grocery वगैरह provide की जा रही है. One of the strongest connection around Rahul and Kanal, again जैसे कि मैंने कहा, अगर आप इनको सर्च करेंगे, गूगल सर्च, बेसिक सर्च, आपको दो लोग प्रोमिनेंट दिखेंगे इनकी पूरी लाइफ हिस्ट्री में. One is obviously Aditya Thakre, the entire Thakre family, and the second one is Salman Khan. सलमान खान या बॉलीवुड में काफी लोगों के साथ इनकी आए दिन पिक्चर्स, फोटोग्राफ्स, बहुत सारे इवेंट्स पे इनकी प्रेजेंस है. Uh, Not very surprisingly, he is also an owner of a restaurant which is in Bandra, which is called Bhaijan's. Uh, ये सारी अगर चीजें देखी जाएं तो बहुत सारी अटपटी चीजें दिखती हैं, बहुत सारी ऑड चीजें लगती हैं हमें कि कैसे ये कनेक्टेड हैं सारे लोग, सारी चीजें। अभी रिसेंटली आई थिंक नवंबर की बात है शायद, इन्होंने एक एक फूड ड्राइव भी करी थी जहां पर सलमान खान ने अराउंड 5,000 लोगों के लिए कुछ फूड ड्राइव में स्पेशली ईद के अराउंड खाना भेजा था, या वो ग्रोसरी भेजी थी। So he is also connected to, which I was not aware of and I was recently made aware of. ये last year की बात है जब मुझे ये पता चला था कि there is also a brand called Being Hungry, which is like Hungry का एक different version how it's read, जो कि obviously being human chain of image change कंपनीज का नाम है, ब्रांड्स का नाम है, जहां पर लोगों को खाना दिया जाता है। आई एम श्योर दे आर डूइंग अ प्रीटी वेल जॉब, आई एम वेरी श्योर अबाउट दैट कि लोगों को खाना दिया जाता होगा एंड बहुत सारी चीजें देते होंगे। तो आई वुड लव टू हेयर अगर आप लोगों ने भी उन उन बसेस, उन वैन्स, उन उन फूड प्लेसेस के बारे में देखा हो तो uh, a lot of things have been doing have been happening around that particular chain. Now, the reason why we or I got intrigued into Rahul uh, was this particular tweet that he did, supporting Ria. Or I would love to actually share it. हालांकि मैंने ट्विटर पे डाला था, so let me just share it from the Twitter itself. Uh, जिन्होंने बड़े ही स्मूथली, बहुत ही स्मूथली, he tried to tag Sushant as somebody who was a drug addict. And that was not only like shocking, the other shocking aspect was his support for Ria Chakrabarti. So ये इनका एक ट्वीट है जो कि अब मैं शेयर करूंगा, which really got me. Okay, and here we go. So जैसे कि आप ये देख रहे होंगे, ये राहुल ने ट्वीट किया था in the month of, let me give you the exact details so that you can go and check it out on his Twitter. So this was done on 8th September 2020, where Rahul says, "Rest in peace, Sushant, and justice for Ria. Equally important, all Indians are my brothers and sisters. Pledge justifies it well. Equality." And then he also says Ria Chakrabarti got arrested for or Subway Cross, murder, abetment to suicide, money laundering, consuming drugs, and loving a drug addict को इन्होंने छोड़ दिया. Uh, First question for Rahul. I don't think he has any kind of qualification to be a judge, any kind of qualification to uh, pass on judgments like these. And what is the evidence or anything that he has to say around Sushant that he was a drug addict? Was he providing him drugs? Was he doing drugs with him? What is the question here? What is the point here that he's trying to make? How does anyone, be it Rahul, be it Varun, be it anybody else, can say that Sushant was a drug addict? And the point he's trying to make is, he is, Ria was unfortunately, targeted because she got arrested for nothing else but being loving for, I mean, लविंग अ ड्रग एडिक्ट। साथ में मैं आपको वो इमेजेस भी कुछ दिखाता हूँ। इफ यू फॉलो दिस पर्टिकुलर, अगर आप जाके इस ट्वीट को पढ़ेंगे, इस ट्वीट के रिस्पॉन्स में बहुत सारे लोग रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं। बहुत सारे रिस्पॉन्सेज हैं, मैं सारे तो नहीं मैंने देखे, बट couple of glaring ones which I'll tell you. Somebody asked him, put up a point. She will have to bear this till Bihar elections. ये उस टाइम की बात है जब हम सब लोग इसके बारे में बात कर रहे थे कि हो सकता है कि बिहार इलेक्शंस की वजह से द रिजल्ट्स, ये एजेंसीज का जो आउटपुट है वो नहीं आ रहा। ये आफ्टर द बिहार, देन कोलकाता, एंड देन some of the actors like पुलकित को अगर आपने याद हो, हमने पुलकित के बारे में भी एक बार किया था, बिकॉज आउट ऑफ ऑल द पीपल, पुलकित सम्राट कुछ ज्यादा ही ऐसी चीजों के अंदर आते हैं और हीरो बनने की कोशिश करते हैं। he's not even hero material जिसे कहते हैं ना, वो भी नहीं है। he's a useless piece of whatever, but he will always poke his nose into all such things। इन्होंने पहले भी ऐसा कुछ किया था, और इनका मैं ये देख रहा हूँ उस टाइम पे भी इन्होंने एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली इज द सो कॉल्ड स्टार, you know the only thing he could get on this was just 2 likes, uh, and then this was what I was talking about, being hungry, जिसके अंदर ये है मिस्टर राहुल, जो कि आपकी स्क्रीन पे आप देख रहे हैं व्हाइट कुर्ते में। The process is defending man is not alive to defend himself. Yeah, he's alive. She can defend. Okay. Yes. So, and then look at this latest tweet. कुछ दिन पहले. Blessings all round Maharashtra. Are you with boss? Are with you, boss? Uh, जहां तक मैंने पढ़ा है, जहां तक मुझे पता है, and I love to get inputs from others. Rahul is voluntary working with you, Sena, Yuv Shiv Sena. There is a voluntary kind of involvement, and of course, it is not voluntary, but दिखाने के लिए इसको voluntary बोला जाता है. So how come this guy is your boss, and good karma and good things are with you in million ways? Get well soon, boss. You inspire millions with your hard work for betterment of one and all. Aditya Thackeray ji. So, अरे यार, अंकुश भाई, प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज, लेट्स नॉट स्टार्ट दिस अगेन। इसके बारे में हम हजारों बार इसको टॉपिक को बंद भी कर चुके हैं बात करना। सुशांत सिंह राजपूत इज नॉट अलाइव, पीरियड। प्लीज स्टॉप डूइंग ऑल दिस स्टफ। कोई क्या कह रहा है क्या नहीं कह रहा, अगर आपको नहीं सब कुछ समझ आता तो प्लीज गो एंड वॉच एनी ऑफ सुशांत डैड्स पिक्चर या वीडियो या उनकी इंटरव्यू। अभी कल ही एक आई है नेशनल अवार्ड के बाद, उनके फादर को देख लें प्लीज। सो एनीवेज, let's not get distracted around this. तो जैसे कि आप ये देख रहे हैं, राहुल एंड कानल, और अगर आप इनको वैसे ही सर्च करेंगे, बिकॉज the point that we want to do through this show tonight is basically talk about certain people and let you also do some kind of research, because I'm not going to spoon feed. I'm not going to come here and give you a conclusion that this is what this person is all about, this is what he or she is doing. I would want you to also start looking at it. कुछ लास्ट दिन बहुत सारे लोग सोशल मीडिया पे राहुल कानल को सर्च कर रहे हैं, इनके एक्टिविटी को ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं, सर्टेन फैक्ट्स व्हिच आई विल शेयर विद यू, एंड उसके बाद I'll invite you all to start talking and start putting up some questions as well, and I would encourage you people to join as well, so that especially इन एंड अराउंड मुंबई या मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज में, ताकि उनके बारे में. Now, the way I see this, and I wanted to connect this to Sushant Singh Rajput and to what has been happening. परमबीर सिंह ने एक डिस्क्लोजर किया है अपनी उस मेल में कि 100 करोड़ की फिरौती, 100 करोड़ का उनको एवरी मंथ होम मिनिस्टर को एक वसूली करके या जैसे भी करके, जो भी आप उसको टर्म यूज कर लें, उनको वो करना था. कैसे होता है वो, कहाँ से आएगा वो पैसा? देर आर क्लब्स, देर आर dance clubs, there are pubs, there are pool clubs, there are multiple such things in and around Mumbai, जिसके बारे में sure Gaurav, I will do that. There are multiple places where they can get funding from. आप लोग अगर किसी मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी में हैं, अगर आप जैसे दिल्ली, मुंबई या कुछ ऐसी बड़ी सिटीज में हैं, आप जानते हैं, आप एक्सपीरियंस करते होंगे कि इफ यू गो टू अ पब फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर आर सर्टेन टाइमलाइंस, देयर आर सर्टेन टाइमिंग्स ड्यूरिंग व्हिच दे ऑपरेट. उसके बाद एक होता है ऑफिशियल टाइम, एक होता है अनऑफिशियल टाइम, जिसमें उनको क्लीन अप करना होता है, पब को बंद करना होता है, ऑल दीज प्लेसेस हैव टू बी सेट अप फॉर द नेक्स्ट डे. और वो एक होता है ओवर टाइम, जिसके लिए the police, they are not in agreement as per the laws, as per the set guidelines, but at the same time they always make money. And I'm not making any false claims here, but at the same time I'm trying to kind of imply कि ऐसा भी होता है कि वो clubs post a certain time also operate and they work, so in that case, how do they do that? कैसे होता है? I'm sure there is some kind of money involvement in that. Again, my gut feeling says definitely there is some money involvement. The second thing, अगर money involvement होती है, तो आपकी सिटी में लेके चलें, मुंबई में, if numbers are to be believed, there are close to 500 plus, such pubs, bars, pool, clubs, and any entertainment kind of related places. और अगर देखा जाए, on an average, it would cost roughly about, on an average मैं कहूँगा, एक घंटे के लिए 30 से 40 हजार रुपए for overtime that these people are ready to pay. So आप अगर वो मैथ्स करें, तो इमेजिन एक दिन में, एक पर्टिकुलर वीकेंड में कितना पैसा बन सकता है. और ये सब पैसा कहाँ से आता है? मैंने कुछ और पिक्चर्स भी शेयर की थी कुछ दिन पहले, जहाँ पर हमने पब में देखा, ऐसे बार्स में देखा, दीज पॉलिटिशियंस के बेटे, बच्चे, commissioners के बच्चे, movie stars, they all kind of party along. There's a lot of stuff going on. एक इमेज ऐसी भी मैंने शेयर की थी जहाँ पर परमबीर सिंह के बेटे के जीप पे कोई दवाई थी, कोई ऐसी ड्रग थी शायद, and I could be wrong, but it looks like some kind of a drug, and he's partying with stars like Dino Moria, like many more. मैंने इसके थंबनेल में भी कुछ इमेजेस लगाई थी, जिनमें आप देख रहे हैं कुछ फोर्स होती हैं, कुछ लोगों को इनवाइट किया जाता है, कुछ लोग खुद जाते हैं. तो उनमें से एक बड़ा ही प्रोमिनेंट नाम आता है इम्तियाज खत्री का, who was known to be a party man. For the last few months, why have no parties happened for him? Why has he been missing in action? और आप लोगों को शायद सुन के थोड़ा अजीब ना लगे ये, but इम्तियाज खत्री and Rahul Kanal, they happen to be buddies, best of buddies, good buddies, जो भी कहें. And all of a sudden, both of them, their activity is less. Yes, राहुल की एक्टिविटी फिर भी है, आप ट्विटर पे जा सकते हैं, वहां जाके देख सकते हैं कि he has been posting. Sometimes, occasionally, his pictures are getting posted as well. But most of the times, he's tweeting about others. आप लोग check कर सकते हैं. Even on Facebook, through his mobile, a lot of pictures are getting posted now. Whether he is doing it, whether somebody else is doing it, I don't know. I cannot comment on that. Uh, बहुत बहुत बढ़िया question. Why was half of the industry? Uh, it could be a lot of things, Manan, and maybe you, we all need to sit and talk about what could be the reason. Why did a lot of people from the industry? Uh, Now, one of the last comments that I'll try to make around this is, अभी मैंने आपको बताया इम्तियाज खत्री का, अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि कैसे दे आर कनेक्टेड, दे आर बडीज. आप अगर राहुल कन्नल के बारे में और इन्वेस्टिगेट करेंगे, आप और थोड़ा सर्च करेंगे और बेसिक सर्च करेंगे, you will find him connected to not only Bollywood big shots, especially like Salman Khan and some of the same kind of Cabal K members, but he's also connected, very well connected, and very well situated with the police department as well. बहुत recently बात है कोविड के टाइम में, he went to Paramveer Singh and offered him a lot of these sanitizers and masks and whatnot. Uh, he is from the Youth Shiv Sena. He is from a foundation which does a lot of good work for our community or for Mumbai. The sanitizers and everything that he gave to the police officials or to certain other people outside of the police department, they had an image on all of them, on the sanitizers and the things that were offered. और वो images जो थी, जो उनके ऊपर सुपर इम्पोज थी, वो थी भाईजान की, सलमान खान. क्या कनेक्शन है, क्या चीजें हैं ये, कैसे ये सारे कनेक्शंस, ये सारी डॉट्स जो हैं कनेक्टेड हैं, who is involved, in doing what, why did Rahul Kanal support Riya Chakrabarti, why is Rahul Kanal connected and affiliated to certain NGOs run by Imtiaz Khatri? Why does a Rahul Kanal have to tweet in favor of Aditya Thackeray, his greatness, his support for his community, his great work and inspiring so many people? Why is Rahul Kanal also connected with the Bollywood people who are or have been known for drug angles? So what is going on? And why have we not heard about Rahul Kanal in any of the things? अगर आप अब जाके गूगल करेंगे, सर्च करेंगे राहुल कनाल के बारे में, you would find a lot of activities. There were certain people who were saying maybe he is underground right now. Uh, Based on his activity, doesn't look like he is underground. But what happened to his friend, which who is Imtiaz Khatri? Uh, all these people running those NGOs, what are they doing? What kind of things are going on in NGO? The NGO he's part of is for young disabled kids. Uh, what kind of activities are going on there? Maybe they're doing the right thing. I don't know. But has somebody found out something around Rahul Kanal till now? Uh, why does I'll tell you one more thing. Rahul Kanal and Imtiaz Khatri, they were like the best buddies. बहुत सारी इनकी pictures थी, बहुत सारा data available था till last year. What happened now? अब आप अगर इनके बारे में ढूंढना चाहेंगे, you will find rarely anything on social media. कहाँ गया सब कुछ? Why has everything been cleaned up? Um, what is the connection between Rahul Kanal, Dino Moria, Parambir Singh's son, Imtiaz Khatri, And eventually, how is this all connected with Riya Chakravarti and Sushant Singh Rajput? Some very tough things, some very tough questions, some clarity, which at least I was not able to, find out. Swati, that's something which we should definitely talk about in the future. Today or tonight, this is all about connecting some of these dots for a certain individual. The reason why we want to do it is कहीं ये ना हो कि हमें एक इमेज प्रोवाइड करी गई थी आज से कुछ 6 महीने 8 महीने पहले, जब से इस supposedly suicide case को murder abetment to suicide in different categories में डाला गया, and now हम शायद ये ना हो उसी चीज में फिक्सेटेड रह जाएं और हम कुछ और चीजें अवॉइड कर दें, इग्नोर कर दें, जो जिनके बारे में हमें बात करनी चाहिए शायद. एंड दैट विल बी माय गोल गोइंग फॉरवर्ड एज वेल. मैंने तभी वो एक इमेज शेयर की थी जहां पर सुशांत ने एक अपने इंस्टाग्राम पे इमेज शेयर की थी रिलेटेड टू सर्टेन एनिमल्स. कौन है वो चिंपैंजी? I think a lot of us know. कौन है penguin? We pretty much know. बाकी animals, कौन कौन, उनका क्या क्या role? How are they involved in what activities? Eventually, who out of those were involved in the murder? परमवीर सिंह के मुंह खोलने के बाद बहुत सारी चीजें और बाहर आएंगी अभी. But these different kind of people who are involved in certain other activities, especially in Mumbai, is something which needs to be, I would not use the word exposed, but needs to be discussed. We need to talk about them. We really need to bring it in limelight so that people who are connected, who know things about it, come and speak about it. आधी हमारी परेशानी ये है कि लोग बोलना नहीं चाहते क्योंकि शायद वो डरते हैं, शायद उनकी खुद की लाइफ रिस्क होती है. But at the same time, these are things which have been evident. I would encourage people to join, and I see few people join as well. So I'm gonna take few of them for sure. Zavi, I don't know who you are, so unless you turn on your camera, I won't be able to take you. Shafali, it's okay because I know you, and Gaurav, I'll take you as well. So hello and welcome, guys.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार, कैसे हैं?
जी जी, बस ठीक चल रहा है.
हाँ जी.
और आजकल तो काफी पॉजिटिव न्यूज आ रही हैं, तो काफी रिलीफ भी महसूस हो रही है.
बिल्कुल.
पर आपको तो पता ही है जो भी ये होमगार्ड की और ये सचिन की और ये हाँ जी, और ये देशमुख की आ रही हैं. तो ये हाँ, तो ये जो चीजें आ रही हैं, ये पॉजिटिव आ रही हैं. एक तो मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा कि ये ऐसी हवा में से नहीं आ रही हैं. ये जो पीपल ऑफ इंडिया है, लोग हैं भारत के, उन्होंने कलेक्टिवली और स्ट्रांगली अपनी वॉइस रेज करी थी. ये एक्चुअली में उसका ही रिजल्ट है. ठीक है, कहीं ना कहीं गवर्नमेंट काम करना चाहती है, गवर्नमेंट तो काम करना चाहती है हमारी, खासतौर से सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. लेकिन कोई भी हो, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट हो, कोई हो, उसे एक मोटिवेशन चाहिए होता है. गवर्नमेंट के लिए मोटिवेशन, स्ट्रॉन्ग पब्लिक ओपिनियन, स्ट्रॉन्ग पब्लिक क्या डिमांड कर रही है, पब्लिक क्या चाहती है, पब्लिक भी सपोर्ट करे उस चीज को जो गवर्नमेंट करना चाहती है. अगर पब्लिक सपोर्ट नहीं करेगी तो गवर्नमेंट भी अपने हाथ पीछे खींच लेगी. तो गवर्नमेंट कुछ कर रही है, प्लीज पब्लिक से मैं सब लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट कीजिए. और सपोर्ट का मतलब, सपोर्ट में प्रेशर डालना भी आ जाता है. अपनी गवर्नमेंट पर जब हम प्रेशर डालते हैं, तो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं अपने मम्मी पापा से रोते हैं जब कोई चीज चाहिए होती है, तो शोर मचाते हैं. तो वही हमें भी अपनी ही गवर्नमेंट जिसे हम पसंद करते हैं उसके साथ करना होता है. जब रोता है बच्चा तब उसे गुब्बारा मिलता है. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो प्यार नहीं है उनके बीच में. तो एक तो ये चीज है, गवर्नमेंट को प्रेशराइज करना, गवर्नमेंट को बूस्ट करना ही होता है. जबकि गवर्नमेंट खुद भी वही करना चाहती है. तो एक तो ये है हाँ, दूसरा मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगा, ये राहुल कनाल या कैनल जो भी हैं, देखिए, हाँ, मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा, देखिए, आप किसी के बारे में अपने व्यूज रखना चाहते हैं, आप किसी को डिफेंड करना चाहते हैं, ठीक है, वो एक अलग चीज है, आप कर सकते हैं, आप कह सकते हैं कि भाई फलाने फलाने पर्सन का तो इसमें कोई रोल नहीं है, पर यू आर सो एब्सर्ड एंड यू आर सो, व्हाट शुड आई से, you are so insensitive that in the process of defending a person who is alive, you are maligning a person who is not alive,
exactly,
who is dead, who has died.
Yep.
तो आपके अंदर किस तरह की इंसानियत है ये? मैंने अभी कमेंट भी लिखा था ये, और मैं सोच रहा था कि आप लिंक डालें तो मैं बोलूं ये बात यहाँ पर आके, कि ये कैसा मानसिक दिवालियापन है आपका, कि जो जिंदा है, जो खुद को डिफेंड कर सकता है या कर सकती है, उसको आप डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, और जो जा चुका है इस दुनिया से, जिसके लिए दुनिया गम मना रही है, उसको आप मलाइन कर रहे हैं। वो तो आप अपने को डिफेंड भी नहीं कर सकता, कम से कम इतना तो ख्याल रखें ना किसी को डिफेंड करते वक्त।
बिल्कुल,
आपको राइट है डिफेंड करने का। मैं आप रेया कोई डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, आप करिए, लेकिन इस तरह से आप कह रहे हैं वो ड्रग एडिक्ट को प्यार करती थी इसलिए उसको सजा मिल रही है। आप जो पर्सन नहीं है उसको ड्रग एडिक्ट किस बेस पर मतलब बुला रहे हैं, मतलब। हाँ, थैंक यू वरुण जी, यही मेरा कमेंट था।
हाँ,
तो
और मैंने यही लिखा था, बोल भी रहा था उस टाइम पे मैं, जब मैंने लिखा, राइट, आई मीन, जब मैंने ये ट्वीट देखा था, मुझे याद है उस टाइम पे ना, जब हम नवंबर, जब ये ट्वीट एक्चुअल में हुआ था, ये उस टाइम पे भी थोड़ा हाईलाइट हुआ था, उस टाइम पे भी लोगों ने थोड़ी बात की थी, बट समहाउ हम लोगों ने मिस कर दिया, हमें आधे से ज्यादा लोगों को तो पता भी नहीं था, कौन राहुल, जैसे होते हैं ना, बहुत सारे ट्रोलर्स होते हैं और बहुत सारी बातें लिखते हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, तो आई थिंक उस टाइम पे यस ही गॉट इग्नोर्ड, बट अब जब हम ज्यादा जानने लग गए इनके बारे में, चीजें पढ़ने लगा, और स्पेशली मैं, मेरा मन तो है कि मैं यहाँ पर इनको एक रिप्लाई दूं, फिर मैंने देखा वहां पर बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो ऑलरेडी रिप्लाई दे चुके हैं, और बड़े अच्छे तरीके से, बट नोइंग हिम, व्हाट ही इज ऑल अबाउट, आई थॉट लेट्स जस्ट टॉक अबाउट इट, लेट पीपल नो अबाउट इट, कि कैसे इन्होंने, आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि जो इस टाइम पे अपने आप को डिफेंड नहीं कर सकता, यू आर मेलाइनिंग हिम, यू आर कॉलिंग हिम अ ड्रग एडिक्ट। तभी मैंने पूछा, मेरा तो सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, आई एम नॉट गोना पॉइंट फिंगर्स एट यू मिस्टर राहुल, बट माय क्वेश्चन टू यू वुड बी, डिड यू सिट एंड डू ड्रग्स विद हिम? Were you there? Can you share pictures? Can you share videos with us? Uh, did you provide or supply drugs to him? What is the basis of saying this and putting it on social media? आप करें सपोर्ट यार, आपको कौन मना करता है? आप रिया को सपोर्ट करें, आप सलमान को सपोर्ट करें, आप एज अ मैटर ऑफ दाऊद को सपोर्ट करें यार, जो मर्जी करें आप, but at the same time, why are you saying that Riya Chakrabarti got arrested for loving a drug addict? It's
तो
such,
मानसिक,
और एक चीज और मैं यहाँ बोलना चाहूंगा बिफोर यू से एनीथिंग, गौरव, कोई होती ना, ये कोई बनी बनाई इमेज होती, जिसको कोई शेयर कर देता है, तो मैं सोच सकता था इसके अंदर इसने खुद ही किया होगा, क्योंकि स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स भी इसके अंदर हैं, सम ग्रामेटिकल एरर्स भी है इस स्टेटमेंट में, एंड बड़ा ही बेसिक सा मैनुअल सा खुद बनाया हुआ एक स्क्रीन है जिसको इस इंसान ने शेयर किया है। तो मैं सिर्फ यही कहूंगा कि यू आर मोर देन वेलकम टू डू एनीथिंग अराउंड, एवरीबडी हैज अ राइट, जैसे कि मैं अपना राइट, डेमोक्रेटिक राइट इस टाइम यूज कर रहा हूँ ऑन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट राहुल कनाल, आई एम नॉट डिफेमिंग हिम, I am not bad mouthing him. I am just showing people what is available in the public domain. Few things that he has done, few things which are in the public domain in the eyes of everybody. It's up to people now to question or to support you. And I'll leave it at that point, because end of the day, I am not here to malign anybody, but at the same time, I am standing here just like Gaurav, just like Shefali, just like many more for Sushant. बिकॉज सुशांत अब अपने आप को डिफेंड नहीं कर सकता, बट हम सुशांत को डिफेंड करेंगे।
सो वही मैं कह रहा था ना, ये तो मानसिक दिवालियापन है उनका, कि वो इस तरह से विलीफाई कर रहे हैं, इस तरह से जो सुशांत की इमेज को शैटर कर रहे हैं मरने के, उनकी मृत्यु के बाद भी। और देखिए, अगर आप किसी को डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, तो आप ये भी तो बताइए ना फिर, आपके हिसाब से किसने किया है?
Yeah.
आप कुछ तो बताइए। भाई आप कह रहे हैं इसने नहीं किया, तो आप और दूसरे जो मर गया है, जिसकी मौत है, उससे आप बुरा कह रहे हैं। तो कुछ इस पर भी तो लाइट डालिए कि आपको किस पर शक है। ये चलिए, ये बेकसूर है, कसूरवार कौन हो सकता है? तो ये
Exactly.
सब कुछ बातें हैं। और ये जब ये विक्रमादित्य के साथ है, उनको भी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं ये, तो ये तो साफ पता लग जाता है।
Yep.
ठीक है
अब
ना? उनको उनको भी ये एक तरह से ग्लोरीफाई कर रहे हैं।
आदित्य
तो ये
ठाकरे आप कह रहे हैं, हाँ, राइट,
यस हाँ जी।
राइट। हाँ, ये तो उनके तो ये ना, अगर हम अपनी दोस्ती यारी की लैंग्वेज में करें, राइट, तो कुछ लोगों को कहा जाता है जैसे कि यार ये तो चमचा है, राइट। वैसा,
यस यस
अगेन आई एम नॉट वेरी क्लियरली बोलने के बाद ही वैसे तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, बट जिस तरह से इन्होंने, जिस तरह से इनकी कुछ एक्टिविटीज हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, और अगेन मैं इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ, अब हम सबको सोशल मीडिया पे जाके इनके बारे में देखना चाहिए, खुद की
यस।
assumptions, खुद की एक एक वो कहते हैं ना, अपना एनालिटिकल माइंड चलाएं और देखें कि क्या किया है इस इंसान ने फॉर द लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स, and what all activities is he involved in. I would love to actually hear, because a lot of people uh, who knew about him, they were talking about him, and I've had certain conversations around him, but those things might not be publicly available. Obviously, I'm not going to bring those things in the public domain. क्योंकि obviously जिस चीज को मैं I cannot based on a fact, I would not bring it on public platform. But these are the things which are available on social media. The one thing which came out very glaringly different is वो सारी चीजें जो मे बी राहुल के फेसबुक पे है या इंस्टाग्राम पे है, काफी कुछ क्लीन अप हो चुका है ऑलरेडी. One fact which I shared already is, yeah, Shafali, one second. So was he is best friends with इम्तियाज खत्री, और आज की डेट में अगर आप इनको सर्च करें, आपको इनके पिक्चर्स भी नहीं मिलेंगी. एंड as a matter of fact, these two guys have been part of NGOs where they have done so many activities. कुछ महीनों पहले की बात है, बाय चांस जब ये ट्वीट आया था, उस टाइम पे इनकी काफी सारी पिक्चर्स थी. अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई डिड नॉट डाउनलोड देम. नाउ व्हेन आई वाज ट्राइंग टू फाइंड इट आउट, आई कुडंट फाइंड एनीथिंग. सो क्या चल
और
रहा
इनको तो पेड पीआर भी नहीं कहूंगा मैं, ही इज ए लैकी, ही इज जस्ट ए लैकी.
है? Okay, yes, Shivali, you were also saying something.
Yeah, so luckily I've downloaded few pictures and I have their pictures together.
क्या
And
बात.
few people have their pictures. लोगों ने करी हुई है download. His Instagram also, one thing, if you notice, no, if you go on his Instagram,
Uh-huh.
you'll notice that the date on which Disha died, 7th or 8th, we don't know the date also, but and 13th. I mean, he's posted a lot of pictures regularly. It's a pattern, like he's pretty active, but those days there are no posts. I just noticed that.
Mhm.
So those 2 days are just he's got no posts and all. Then other days he's got it's like a pattern. And then there's another thing which was there's a video of SSR Warriors, that channel. She has shown a video. If you remember, Riya की बहुत पहले video आई थी जिसमें she's talking about वसूली करना और ये वो. So
Exactly.
it's sort of just, if at all she really did it, it just sort of all, just relates right now जो भी हो रहा है अभी. Probably she was part of it. And another thing also, that Nitesh Rane, Nilesh Rane, both of them have very clearly, said Aditya Thackeray, and they've also said this, that हमारे अलावा मुंबई में कोई और उनका नाम नहीं लेगा. So they have said it very categorically that Aditya Thackeray is for sure involved. His cell tower location and everything, and the fact that we all know that Rohan Rai contacted Nitish Rane and informed him about everything. So we all have to just sort of know that he is somebody who needs to be behind bars. And डर की वजह से we are not questioning him, because if we know if we tag him, we might just get into trouble. शुरू में we used to do it a lot, like tagging him and all of that,
Right.
but just stopped after a lot of people got into trouble. तो वो
Yeah.
तो है. Plus Gaurav was also right when he said अगर सुशांत के डेथ के बाद पब्लिक ने आवाज नहीं उठाई होती, so probably nobody would have noticed these people also and whatever they were doing. It's only because of that, whole movement that they've come under limelight. Also, this man is missing. this man is missing with Imtiaz Khatri. Anybody from Mumbai would know better if Freeze Dham is also here.
Yeah.
So, you would know more absolutely. But these people are, and Rahul has been a friend of Aditya Thackeray since childhood.
Yeah.
तो काफी पिक्चर्स है बाला साहेब ठाकरे के साथ भी काफी पिक्चर्स है so they are pretty close so
Yeah.
there is something wrong and plus one more thing when Anuj Republic का जो reporter था when he went to Karjat he mentioned that he was following a lead and some people were hiding in the farmhouse probably it was two of them or maybe we don't know but these things are definitely there people haven't noticed about Rahul as much as now we have and
Yeah.
we should definitely continue talking about him we should not
Right.
let him just yeah
Absolutely. And again, Shifali, I think you also shared certain things on social media, and a lot of people have, and SSR Warriors ne bhi iske bare mein baat ki hai. But from a Mumbai perspective, again, Freeze, if I remember correctly, you
yeah
are from Mumbai, and you've been in that circle. So I would love to get your perspective as well. मैंने कुछ चीजें बात की थी, इस सेशन के अंदर. One of the things which I'm sure you have been very, very like integral part is the party circle. Looking at you and knowing what you do or what you mentioned and what you did in one of our shows was, the DJ that and the amazing DJ you have been, the world famous kind of DJ. Tell us a little bit about the party circle, little bit about these people. जैसे कि मैंने उसको टाई अप करने की कोशिश की थी वो 100 करोड़ वसूली जो वसूली वाला जो ताई ने भी बोला था जिस तरह से उसने भी एक्ट किया था राइट ये वसूली के लिए ये जो पब्स और बार्स में आते हैं I'm sure you are aware that there is overtime जिसे overtime कहा जाए या every single hour means a lot of
It's
money.
called extended time.
Extended. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now we are talking. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that and how do we,
You
like
first tell me how are you and how you're feeling after a gap.
I am, as you can see, I am supercharged. I'm so happy. A lot of love, lot
Okay.
of support, lot of
And
come
before
across.
I start and say
Yeah.
anything, I would like to tell people one very important sentence that narrative is not truth. There can be 100 narratives, but truth will be only one. Please remember, everybody. Okay?
Well
Okay.
said. Yes.
Now, first, to begin with, I would like to say that even if this live or like how you said that, we don't want to bring or just take anybody's name, then please, with all due respect, we are not the first one taking this name. The name was actually taken by the Ranis, firstly. ठीक है नॉट इन वंस मल्टीपल आप लोग ने सिर्फ हिंदी वाला देखा रहेगा लेकिन काफी मराठी जो चैनल्स है उनके इंटरव्यूज में भी उन्होंने
and Marathi maybe said much more things.
ठीक है इन द मराठी वन व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड इट्स क्लियरली सेड दैट ये राहुल कनाल को सडनली जो एमएलसी उसके लिए भी अंदर डाल रहे थे उन लोग ठीक है pushing him for to give him a post in that blah blah but do not forget there's also a mention in the same line in the same breath of Dino and like all of us it's when we went back and we checked we just have to google like how you said and his picture is with Salu and his picture is with AU you know
Yep.
and the reason we are talking all this because from the day of the 14th like how the series of events have happened all these names like it's only then we saw Sallu kicking Sushant पैर से साइड कर रहा है उसको and एक के बाद एक एक के बाद एक एक के बाद एक so to us these people are usual suspects boss so you cannot help us not to bring their name and to connect मेरे को डॉट्स तो बोलना ही नहीं I'll say jigsaw puzzle ठीक है because
Yeah.
it's a jigsaw puzzle right now I'll first stick to only Rahul. So again, I'm from Bombay. My whole childhood has been in Bandra. So he's showing, and it looks like, but he's a bum chum of AU, you know. And I don't know on what basis he's calling boss. And of course, to the world, he's the big guy's uh, son. So obviously, you cannot show that this Rahul is a good buddy. So it's just been shown as if he works, but then I think they're very, very close, like really very close.
Mhm.
Okay. Secondly, as I told you, I am from Bombay and Bandra. I have friends in the industry. from the movie industry, from cinematographers to dancers to musicians to AD as an assistant directors, and there are people who are pointing fingers at him. Why will not connect? And then when we Google and we see his picture with the AU, with the Salman, everywhere. He even, Sallu's father also holding him and walking in stuff like we don't see that often. So he's really interconnected. He seems like a bridge
Yep.
in between them. You know, a the other part is the NGO. I mean, it's only now that हमको तो पता भी था ये NGO सब करते क्या अभी NGO के names भी in this last 6 to 8 months it's come in such serious and such fraudulent activities. So and it's again shocking then when we see I Love Mumbai NGO, so it again rings bell. ठीक है. Secondly, do not forget Rahul का picture is also with this guy जिसका नाम आया था Mr. Sarnaik. उसके बेटे के साथ भी है.
Yeah. Yeah.
उसका फोटो शेरा के साथ भी है. There is a very powerful, very strong right hand of Mr. Minister. Okay, and he is from the area and constituency where Disha is from. Very powerful guy. नार्वेकर करके है. ठीक है. And उनके last year 51st birthday पे you see Rahul taking 51 cakes. 51 cakes. Who does that? You have
Yep.
to be really that close here, you know. So I came across only one article where it's in one line clearly mentioned Imtiaz Khatri and his good friend Rahul Kanal. ठीक है? And the buzz and the very वो बोलते हैं ना गरियालों में is that this guy's got something to do with this because he's not that he might be active on social media. You can do that sitting at home also. But the way these guys, even in the pandemic, there is a photo of his outside Dino Moria's house,
Yes.
giving the same way pandemic access, like all the goodies to his watchmen and everybody. Who does that? I'm sure he's not done for the whole entire Bandra, you know. So this is a very close, tight group net, whatever you call it. And to us common people, these are usual suspects, and it's also interconnected, interrelated. You know.
Correct. वही आपने ये जो बात की, right? I mean, if anybody, you know, okay, yeah. So if anybody does a basic search, uh, you'll find, जैसे आपने कहा, इनके pictures सबके साथ है. Actually, you'll find more pictures of Rahul with Salman than you'll find with Shera and Salman. मतलब इतना
Exactly.
ज्यादा solid connection जो कि अब तक पता नहीं था. And you're right.
That
I mean,
cricket tournament of theirs, from the cricket
exactly.
tournaments to everywhere he's been seen. So he's not just anybody. He is somebody. You know. And again, we are only talking because there's been actually on ground not much activity from these guys. These guys have disappeared from the face of the earth in terms of even being seen or anything. Because देखो ये last 6-8 महीने में फिर कितना pictures डाले post किए.
Yep. Yep.
गुल खत्री तो गुल. And again खत्री का नाम हम थोड़ी ले रहे बॉस. It was that मैं तो शीटी मोदी बोलता हूँ, मोटी बोलता हूँ. उसके लॉयर ने लिया, हमने थोड़ी लिया नाम. वो तो उन्होंने लिया नाम. You know. Then we as a normal people who are watching stuff on, we start looking Google because we want justice, boss. You know. And the other shocker is the same Rahul is being seen in an article where he's handing over a request or a complaint against that journalist to Mr. Trimukhe. And the date is 18th June. That's 4 days after. And I remember why I'm not getting his name. Uh, that journalist, and he was going. In fact, before even Arnab, he was going hard on the Thakres and
Right.
everybody. And immediately, if you see, he's got like a injunction or something like a request to stop that fellow. and very proudly he's presenting with the picture. So this is not, I mean, it's not ज़्यादा everybody be everywhere on every platform, like कुछ ज़्यादा ही coincidence है यार, you know. This is not coincidence, sir. This is too much of a connection with everything that's happening.
Right.
In
And
terms with the nightclubs running late, I mean, for me, it's a shocker. Maybe it's 100 CR because it's pandemic time and not all clubs are working. Like I know that for sure. But otherwise, it's nothing. 100 CR is nothing. Nothing.
yeah.
Because a nightclub, the official time is right now it's 1:30. Now you'll come across some nightclubs which are on till 4:35. So how do they work? Why only those nightclub work? The other one doesn't work. And I have seen it for myself that after 1:30, then it's a well sought out thing. Like from the DJ inside, especially the bartender, when he sees that his bar is flowing, there's enough people, 200, 300 people, depending on the size of the place. A normal 150 seater, if it's jam packed, it'll nearly take two to 250 people. Okay? So
Mhm.
it's the bartender who sees that, okay, we can keep it on for another 2 hours. So then he clearly says to another person, because cops don't leave, they know what time the club shuts. So they also are well connected. Okay, it's on. And it's like how exactly, you were right. It's around 30 to, because even if you calculate, if there are 250 or 300 people, if one of them even have a drink, which is आज के तारीख में minimum $500, just see how much it becomes. How many lakhs? ठीक है?
Right.
So उसमें से even if they're giving it's like 20%, ठीक है, from 30 to 50 K. And that's only for 1 hour, by the way. That extension only works on 1 hour basis. ठीक है? So for the next 1 hour, फिर से गाड़ी आएगा बॉस. ठीक है? और पुलिस वाले को देख रहे तो माफ कर देना, because we've seen it. आप इसको you cannot deny this here. We have seen this. We know
Right.
that happens. Because if that's the case, why only certain clubs is on? Why not the rest of the clubs?
I
You
know.
know. You say
So,
something. You have to say.
yeah, Gaurav, you're saying something.
I just want to say that these
Okay, looks like you got stuck. Yeah, Gaurav, looks like you got stuck.
they were glorifying him.
Okay.
They were supporting him. Sorry, they were
Yes.
supporting him. But just after that letter, he became the you can say worst
Gaurav, you're
man
cutting in and out.
for the it really clear.
You're getting
I'm cutting out.
Yeah. We
Cut
can't
off
hear
हो रहा
you.
है गौरव. Cut off हो रहा है. Yeah. Like 3 sentence
मेरी
में
तरफ
2
से हो रहा
sentence
है.
गुल है बस.
Yeah.
अच्छा मैं दोबारा बोलता हूँ. मैं ये कह रहा था कि इस just before this letter, the Home Minister, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, they were all praised for Parambir Singh. They were all supporting him. Not only supporting, they were praising him. They were glorifying him. They were saying, "This is our best officer. We all are with him. Whatever he is doing, he is doing a very good job." And just after this letter, he became the worst person for them.
That's
Why?
called politics.
So it is clearly visible. And now they are all saying that कि इसने ही सब किया, इसने ही सब खराब किया. अब इसकी उन्होंने ये भी कह दिया कि इसकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट दिखती है, इसने ही कराया सचिन वाजे से जो भी कराया, यही सारे कांड में शामिल है. अब सब उसके ऊपर फोड़ दिया. अच्छा, जब आप उसे अब इतना बुरा कह ही रहे हो, तो आपने उसे आप तो होम मिनिस्टर हो, चीफ मिनिस्टर हो, आप भी वो इतनी बड़ी पोस्ट पर कैसे काम कर रहे हैं, जब आपको लगता है कि वो इतने गलत हैं, इतनी सारी कॉन्स्पिरेसीज की हैं उन्होंने. So
I mean, look at the point, Gaurav. गौरव, आपने देखा कि अभी आज दोपहर में निकल के आया है कि जो ट्राइडेंट होटल में रह रहे थे, ये फर्स्ट नेम सुशांत का यूज कर रहे बॉस.
Yep.
Of all the names in the world, of all the names, और वो अब भी ये लास्ट मंथ सुशांत का नेम यूज कर रहे.
यू नो मेरी गट
सुशांत,
फीलिंग मेरी बहुत ही गंदी इसमें गट फीलिंग कह रही थी, और शायद मैंने ट्विटर पे भी लिख दिया, हालांकि बाद में आई रिग्रेटेड कि आई थिंक आई शुड नॉट हैव रिटन इट, बट समहाउ आई फेल्ट कि you know there was a purpose of using Sushant as the first name. There was definitely a purpose, there was a reason behind it, and I
I've
somehow
seen a
believe.
lot of I've seen a lot of crime and all that thing, and a usual serial killer uses his victims' belongings. So a name is also a belonging. It's called trophy. It's called glorifying. It's a
करेक्ट,
trophy.
वो जैसे कहते नहीं थे किसी जमाने में, हमने वो पढ़ा था, उंगली माल, राइट, उंगली काट के अपने पास रख लेते थे और गले में डाल
Okay.
देते थे, राइट, सो समथिंग सिमिलर, तो मे बी इज दिस हाउ ही इज रिमेम्बरिंग कि मेरा लास्ट विक्टिम कौन था, एंड नाउ नेक्स्ट जब जाएंगे तो नेक्स्ट विक्टिम कौन होगा। मेरे तो इंस्टेंट मेरा सिर्फ यह है कि शेम ऑन दीज गाइस कि कितना इन्होंने इस चीज को, आई मीन दे टेक इट सो कैजुअली यार।
Especially आज के तारीख में पूरे India and I'll say globally also, the name Sushant is such a powerful. I mean, it's only it's connected only with SSR, not with anybody. Sushant, you know. And yeah, in this recent time, he's doing something so like illegal, and he's using Sushant's name. I mean, why would he do that?
yeah.
और देखिए सुशांत सिंह तो उनकी मौत के बाद ही हमें सब कुछ पता लगाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं उनके साथ कैसे हुआ होगा, कि किस तरह उन्हें टॉर्चर किया होगा, परसिक्यूट किया गया होगा। लेकिन अगर जीते जी आपको देखना है इन लोगों का, तो इन्होंने अर्नब गोस्वामी की और उनके चैनल के साथ जो किया है, वो जीते जी उनके जिंदा रहते उन्होंने वो सब हमने एक ऑल्टरनेटिव के तौर पर हमें देखने को मिल गया कि कितना उन्हें परसिक्यूट किया गया इलेजिटिमेट तरीके से। और ये आप कह रहे हैं कि ये जो हमारे परमवीर सिंह जी हैं इन पर इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं मिनिस्टर। अब आप होम मिनिस्टर हो, आप उन पर इल्जाम लगा रहे हो, यू शुड बी द फर्स्ट पर्सन टू टेक एक्शन
You know, on this, Gaurav, I would say, I always wanted to say this. आज बोल देता हूँ. You know, our country, so sad. We are cursed by this phenomenon called politicians. Seriously बोलता हूँ. Corrupt politician. चलो वैसा बोलता हूँ. And it is across the party line. And I really want to urge, and I beg of everybody not to glorify and make gods out of humans. These are politicians who are supposed to serve us. वही बोलते जाते हैं ना, सेवा करने जा रहे, लेकिन कभी देखा है कितने arrogant, ठीक है, जीतने के बाद it's so difficult to even meet one of them. It's very difficult. So do not make gods out of human beings who actually tell us that they are out there to serve us, which they don't. Okay, don't make them Shiva ki third eye. मोटा भाई अभी अपना ये करेगा. No, we have to keep the pressure on. We have made them. हमने आपको जिताया. You are answerable to us. हम तो जनता है, हमारा फर्जी है, हमारा काम है सवाल पूछना. We'll keep doing that. ठीक है. So we have to keep the pressure on. We have to not get excited with small stuff. We have to only get excited on the final verdict, not to get excited on small things that they throw at us. We cannot do that.
Right.
No, I would just have one disagreement. See, we can't say these are small achievements, or this is a small progress, whatever happened in the last 1 week. These are very big revelations.
Absolutely.
But yes, this is not final. This is not final.
So yes,
yes, I agree that we should get not get excited, but we should get at least motivated.
I said overexcited. Let's not get overexcited. See, being smart is good. Over smart is bad. Confidence is good. Overconfidence is bad. Right?
Okay. Right, there I agree.
Overexcited नहीं होना चाहिए कि अरे हो गया ये वो बाकी है, बहुत कुछ बाकी है, अभी तो chat sheet. And I also agree with you कि everything, like even today in the morning when I was listening to Leena ji, so on that the origami Leena ji who comes, and you know what? If you actually notice, what could the family do? The family has been definitely guided, given some guidelines, and by the lawyer, okay, and you cannot keep, because then obviously in many cases, I don't know if you guys remember, even in the Katara case and all, ये चीज उठाया गया था कि Katara is going on news channels and she's trying to influence the agency. She's trying to influence the press. Okay, So all that will be taken under consideration, and that will only lead to drag. Okay. Now, actually, if you go to see from a parent point of view, okay, what happened? Okay, there is a money issue. ठीक है, हम ईडी को लेके आए. सबसे पहला ईडी आया, sorry, सीबीआई आया. सीबीआई को, and in the FIR also, the money siphoning off is mentioned. There's money missing. So what could the government give? The best enforcement director सीधा दे दिया उसके लिए. चलो ठीक है. And ईडी को क्या मिला? Chats मिला. Chats में क्या हुआ? थोड़ा drug chats आया. क्या लाया? एनसीबी को लेके आया. एनसीबी event done. They've given a huge chart sheet which actually mentions the brother and sister. So I know we are going on the right. It will take time because this is only one chart sheet. Okay? So from another 2-3 agency chart sheets are going to come. It's a long battle. It's not a small and short one. So also not forgetting,
So
I think in their own capacity, what the sister just last week or 10 days ago did mention, please give our brother back. And she's clearly pointing out to Bollywood that you guys snatched my brother away from me, man.
Correct.
You know?
So I was just saying the same, that yes, I am agree, we should not get overexcited, but we should get motivated that we raised our voice and we got some result. And
yes, we have to keep raising our voice. We cannot give up. This,
yes,
I am honestly requesting all the platforms. For me, I'm fine with every platform, whatever, as long as the heat is on. The justice for Sushant cry is, till the time it's there, it's very good, because trust me, if you cross check, thoda heat kam hua na, politicians sab jhol japata kar lenge, boss. We cannot let that happen.
That is what I am saying, that political negotiations do take place.
Yeah.
And वो तो लेते ही हैं, लेकिन वही मैंने कहा कि we should get motivated कि इतने negotiations होते रहते हैं, फिर भी जनता ने आवाज उठाई तो कुछ रिजल्ट आया. We got some result because we raised voice. So we after that, in return of that, we should raise our voice louder. So
Correct.
in the hope that we will get some more good results. ये मैं बात कहना चाहता हूँ. इससे अगर आपको कोई डिसएग्रीमेंट हो तो बताइए. बस ये थोड़ा सा मेरा कहने का मतलब था.
No disagreement. I hoped and I wished and I hope and I request to all the platform कि forget personal differences. ठीक है, let's get together and just because वो impact जब एक साथ जाता तो बहुत आता. A lot of airtime I'm seeing is getting wasted in उसने ये किया, उसने वो किया, and then all that stuff, it's unwanted. Trust me.
और यहाँ पर ये जो आपने भी बोला,
that is inevitable. That is inevitable.
वो तो कहते हैं ना.
But it's avoidable.
किचन में बर्तन है तो खड़केंगे तो सही, that's the thing. But anyways, I mean ये जो
but that should be minimized. That should be minimized.
Correct. और ये जो अभी आपने बोला, right, जो political negotiation, right, अभी किसी ने यहाँ chat में भी मैं देख रहा था, I just heard, I was not aware because I just woke up, that Fadnavis is in New Delhi now. So I am sure there is a lot of things happening behind the scenes.
He went to New Delhi and he announced also after that he's given a application or a petition to take a central CBI into the whole thing. That's what even he's asked for. Yeah. Because it's an IPS officer, no, and that comes under central. So for that he's asked for.
Okay.
So we the people have to make a determined decision that we will not let them make these political negotiations. It is our responsibility.
Yes. We have to keep the pressure on and even keep on tagging and asking everybody. And this point that if you join hands with any of these two parties, you see what we are going to do. You are betraying us in a very big time. You cannot do that to us. And we have to keep reminding them.
So while we are talking about this, Freeze, with your experience, your own personal physical experience, because you've been in these kind of setups, right? Especially in bars and doing all these parties. The party circle ke baare mein, I personally I would have a couple of questions and I would love your insights, because since you've been close, you might have witnessed. I'm not saying you have witnessed, but you might have witnessed few things. But specifically around, ये जो हमने अभी 100 crore की बात कर रहे थे, and we were trying to tie it up. We know, especially in Mumbai, there are these big shots. मैंने एक वो इमेज भी डाली हुई है, इस थंबनेल में भी डाली है और शायद मैंने शेयर भी किया है, wherein Parambir's son, he is, having a good time with
I
Dino
think that club
Moria.
is Bombay Adda.
Sorry, what?
I think that club is Bombay Adda.
Okay,
The
here we
place is
go.
called
See,
Bombay Adda.
you by looking at the picture can tell, right? I mean, that's the good thing about you.
I'm
So,
also an acoustician, so I'm in the business of soundproofing and stuff from the last since the last 5 years. So I do visit new theaters, new nightclubs, new conference rooms, studios to see how they're made, how they look. तो registered रहता है. Pictures भी लेता हूँ तो registered रहता है.
perfect. So now tell us a little bit about that as well, right? I mean, जैसे मैंने वो देखा Parambir का, his son, he was having a good time with Dino Moria and all that stuff, and somehow I felt there was something, in that picture that was very intriguing. Was a little
What
something
if
on
I
his son.
throw What if I throw a line at you?
Okay, बताओ.
अरे इसके साथ दोस्त रो एक कमिश्नर का लड़का है.
Yeah, I think वहां तो मुंबई में तो यही चलता है यार. यही
Who
सब
doesn't
चलता
want to
है.
be friends with the commissioner's son, boss?
Correct, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So it's he's commissioner's son, and in the recent time, oh, there's another. I think you guys should find out about. There is an entertainment group or gang, whatever you call it. It's called the Rich Boys Entertainment. It's the
Okay.
same thing again. I love Mumbai, Rich Boys Entertainment, everything same thing.
Okay.
So they're hardcore into nightlife here, full on.
Got it. Which means when you say
So,
nightlife, right?
and you
What all is
cannot
involved?
deny, I mean, whoever is saying and denying that there is no drugs, I mean, you're really fooling us. Stop fooling us.
और ये जो 100 करोड़ का जो वसूली का बताया जा रहा है, ये कुछ लोग सोचते हैं कि इसका जो असर है ना सिर्फ कुछ एलिट लोगों पर पड़ेगा, तो ये गलतफहमी ना पालें. मेरी ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि इसका असर अल्टीमेटली गरीब और आम जनता पर ही पड़ेगा इन एनी केस.
When you say असर पड़ेगा, can you मतलब थोड़ा समझाएं क्या क्या कहना चाह रहे हो?
मैंने कहा अगर कुछ लोग ये सोचते हैं कि ये जो एक्सटॉर्शन है 100 करोड़ पर मंथ का, तो अगर इसका असर सिर्फ कुछ एलिट लोगों पर पड़ेगा,
नहीं,
कॉमन मैन पर नहीं पड़ेगा, तो उसको मैं कह रहा था नहीं, अल्टीमेटली वो बर्डन शिफ्ट कॉमन मैन पर ही होगा. क्या
राइट, एंड ऑफ द डे देखो पैसा जो जा रहा है, जो एक्सटॉर्ट हो रहा है, दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच, चाहे वो क्लब्स हो, चाहे वो बार्स हो, चाहे वो पूल, ये क्लब्स हो, या इवन अदर बिजनेसेस, राइट? काफी और ऐसे बिजनेसेस हैं जो जिनके बारे में like the red light areas and all that stuff, every single place पैसा तो जा रहा है वहां से ही. और वो कहाँ से लेंगे? वो ऑब्वियसली हम जैसे लोग जो एक रेगुलर, अगर से फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम विजिटिंग मुंबई, राइट, इफ आई एम गोइंग देयर, द सेम काइंड ऑफ ड्रिंक इज हाइप्ड, इज ओवर प्राइस्ड, एंड देन जैसे ब्रीज ने भी बोला एक चीज वेरी क्लियर, वन थिंग ही सेड, राइट, कि अगर आपको ये लगता है कि भाई ड्रग्स नहीं हो रहे बॉस, तो आप गलत सोच रहे हो. ड्रग्स भी अगर लेनी है, once you are in a bar, once you are there and you have
एनसीबी आके इतने छापे मार रहे, तो क्या कर रहे, क्या नहीं कर रहे?
तो अगर आपको हाई होना है तो सिर्फ ड्रिंक्स ही नहीं, यहाँ पर लोग कहते हैं चल यार अब एंजॉय करने आए हैं तो व्हाई नॉट, लेट्स जस्ट ट्राई समथिंग एल्स.
सत्या पिक्चर में अगर संजू खलनायक खींचते हुए दिख रहा तो टैल्कम पाउडर या नमक तो नहीं खींच रहे ना बॉस?
टैल्कम पाउडर, come on man.
That will be more dangerous, no?
Exactly. Yeah. तो नहीं, मैंने ये सुना था यार वो
So I brought that point only to again reignite the whole scopolamine, man. I mean, how can any and everybody avoid that point which is there? I mean, why don't you guys understand and realize? And how can we not relate to that? How doesn't connect with SSR? Because we know his money is siphoned off. You relate to that documentary if you can just pass it on with people. I have tried to share it with a lot of people. There are some platforms who are still scared to talk about it. I don't know why. And which is there, which is very much there. And if you think again, oh, it is in Colombia, तो कोक किधर से आ रहा है? थोड़ी इधर से आ रहा है, वो भी तो उधर से आ रहा है,
So maybe we should talk a little bit right now, and maybe we'll do another one, Freeze, Tell us a little bit more about that. ये जो Colombia के, and there are many such drugs, but tell us a little bit about that.
See, first of all, I'll tell you, even you must have heard, I've got the highest respect for Mr. Savio from Goa. But I had heard him in a couple of platforms where he had come and he connected NCP is doing the drug and with Mumbai, Bollywood, and I'm wondering why he's never mentioned Goa. you know, in
Hmm.
Goa, the एक एक दो दो तीन तीन दिन का जो लंबा पार्टी उन लोग दूध लस्सी पी के तो नहीं नाच रहे ना बॉस right of
Yep.
course there is alcohol and of course then there is psychoactive drugs man come on
Hmm.
how much are we going to deny it?
True. True.
पकड़े नहीं जा रहे अब ये इतना recent मेफेड्रोन सब जगह मेफेड्रोन ही पकड़ा जा रहा है what is मेफेड्रोन used to make 5 kgs mephedrone 3 kgs mephedrone itna mephedrone that is another shocking thing because ऐसे किलो में mephedrone पकड़ा जा रहा है मतलब there are labs now here boss that is scary this is like becoming the second Breaking Bad if you know what I'm saying it will take away an entire generation just today yesterday I saw somebody was posting today and 19-year-old guy 19-year-old boy from Bandra again Bandra who's been caught by NCB, none other than NCB, 19-year-old
Yeah.
Unis
Yeah.
who's been peddling.
अरे,
That's crazy.
you definitely might know more about it, but अगर आप अपनी हमारी पुरानी पुरानी क्या लेटेस्ट मूवीज भी देखें, राइट? आई एम फॉरगेटिंग द नेम ऑफ द मूवी. अभी रिसेंटली मैं देख रहा था, देयर वाज दिस मूवी जिसके अंदर दिखा रहे हैं छोटे छोटे बच्चे, दे आर गिवन दीज पाउचेस एंड स्वीट बॉक्सेस जिसके अंदर ड्रग्स होती हैं, एंड दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू जस्ट ड्रॉप इट एट एंड गेट द मनी.
That is
बहुत
the
सारी
meow
ऐसी.
meow.
सॉरी,
That is the meow meow.
what is a meow meow?
The mephedrone and all that. So there are different kinds. So there's meow meow, there's cocaine, there is MCAT, which is ketamine basically. There are different ones.
Wow.
Each one scarier than the other one. Each
Okay.
one is some is more hallucinating, some is more speedy, some is more the scopolamine that I'm talking about. Your will, you have no idea what you're doing.
Correct. Correct.
You
I
have
think
no idea.
I have seen that documentary जहां पर वो बताते हैं कि इसको सिर्फ तुम्हारे सामने फूक के अगर चले जाए, and
It's
you're
also
not.
called the devil's breath. Yeah,
Yeah, devil's breath.
they just sprayed. Yeah,
Yeah. And once that is done, you are completely out of your own senses, and people have robbed your houses. People have taken all your money from your ATMs. They tell you take out the money, they will give it. The very next day,
but
you
that's
not,
an
not
old
even
school
know.
way. That's an old school way. See, that's an old school way. That's why my thing in connected and related to SSR only came up the moment I saw 3 to 4 drops kicks after 30. Hi, Arun. How are you? Okay, the kick after 30 minutes. The
Uh-huh.
moment I saw that, I don't know if you remember, Varun, that was the first time I came on your show, and I don't know why that Saffron immediately came and khadak, he stopped me over there. And I was like, why is he stopping me from speaking about it? Anyway, so because CBD oil is oil, the word itself it says is oil, so it will float. I don't think Sushant was that idiot and stupid to just have it and not realize कि ये क्या float हो रहा है ऊपर. ठीक है? Now it can be only LSD or it can be only scopolamine. The recent times have been converted into liquid forms also. ठीक है? Now why shouldn't we? If you're talking about possibilities and probabilities, why shouldn't we come? And trust me, I know it is there in the industry. Scopolamine shouldn't be spoken about because we know uh, there is a involvement of a woman. We know his money siphoned off. We have an audio clip where uh, Shiti Modi, the Chakravartis, a financial are talking about his money. Okay, and you can clearly hear this guy is drowsy. He is drowsy. He's tripping, buzzing, whatever you can say. Okay, and all he's scared and worried about is how to save my money, how to save my money, how to save my money. Okay, we know multiple trips to the farmhouse Rice Bhai has said कि ये सब खर्चा तो यही उठा रहा था. We also know in the recent time where another bodyguard का एक पुराना interview है where he's saying every week the father and the mother used to come, so the parents were coming to his house. They knew everything. They are partying. He is locked up in one room. You also go and check scopolamine in the recent times. It's not one, multiple cases. It's all happening in the Scandinavian countries, Switzerland, yevo. So we know the Euro trip that happened, that got cut short. Suddenly, he's been brought back, taken to her house. Then we hear about Waterstone. I know about that period also, Waterstone party. They were all rape parties. I know that.
And प्लीज आपकी इतना जानते हैं आप ड्रग्स के बारे में, बड़ा डीप नॉलेज है आपकी.
ये बड़ी गलत स्टेटमेंट बोल गया भाई, तो क्या कर रहा है? Knowledge.
But no, it's because I've been a DJ. I've been in the scene. Okay, I will not lie. I've been there. There's something called spiking also, where people are forgetting. People spike you, dude. तेरे को मालूम नहीं और डाल दिया ड्रिंक में. Don't pretend. We cannot pretend that this thing doesn't happen. A lot of women have been, okay, they didn't even realize they've been raped or whatever because they don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, just quickly,
Yes.
are you able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, we can hear you. Hello, buddy.
Hey, so nice to see you in the platform. Otherwise, you are in the comments all the time, right? Crawling in the comments is what I call you. Okay. So
no, I just wait for people. I'm a good listener also.
Okay, so quickly, you're telling about the European trip, right? So I think the girlfriend or whomsoever she was, right? I think she made a stop by over in the Middle East before she flew back 2 days. I heard it somewhere. I don't know. Varun can confirm, right? So that stop for 2 days also, yeah. So that's something. And then I came here because I saw a lot of people. I requested you also, and like a lot of people in the comments are like they're getting frustrated. Probably they're losing patience because CBI is getting delayed.
You're getting frustrated? No, yeah.
No, like losing patience, right? So because it's not like guys. Well, the only thing is, see, it's not like catching a robber, right? Catching a roadside pickpocket or something. Okay. Pickpocket is a single person. He may have a higher up. Even there, pickpockets work in groups and they have a leader. If you catch one pickpocket, other pickpockets get wary and they escape. And this is not such simple as this. See, now you imagine one condition. Now this PB guy, another person is caught now as you see the amount of buzz what is happening in Maharashtra. Yeah. Almost gone to the level of government falling. So it is, and Freeze by had told wonderfully, he explained everything, right? So there are a lot of ways in which these people operate. It's a drug angle, trafficking angle, and all the thing you have, right? And each people have different venues to do it. Both sare jagah se, I mean, you can translate it in Hindi, because it will take half an hour for me to translate and tell. Okay. So
it didn't start from the time this government was formed, Baba. It didn't start from 14. It didn't start before. It has been happening for 2.5, 3 decades, man. Maybe more.
Jad se wo nikalna cha rahe hain. So when you catch one person, imagine this is the entire link, right? It's like like you say chart. इधर को कोई पकड़ेगा, ये पूरा रिंग भाग जाएंगे, और यहाँ पे भी तो इसीलिए CBI cannot tell that I'm going to hold this guy, this person is responsible, this person is responsible. बाकी लोग भाग जाएंगे. So what they have to do, they have to go one by one. They're collecting data from this person, this person, this person. Once they reach this person and there is no escape route, that is when they hit. They are there.
On the bhag jayenge, I said I'm call us whatever, low middle class or middle class. I have a workshop. I go. There are labors. There are workshop. ये वो मेरे को कोविड नहीं होगा और CM के बच्चे को कोविड हो गया, वो गुल हो गया. वाह भाई वाह.
आप देखें ना. So that's what some person, I mean, I forgot his name. I apologize for that. वो पूछ रहे थे क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, और भाई जो बोला था उससे मैं डर गया, इसलिए मैं आया वाले को. वो बोला अगर ये नहीं करेंगे तो मैं राहुल बाबा को वोट करूंगा. भाई इमेजिन राहुल बाबा को PM बना के, अब अभिजीत अय्यर मित्रा बोल रहा था, उनके हाथ में अगर, बिकॉज PM has got a thing to trigger nuclear missile, वो क्या बोल रहा है कि चाइना आए तो कांग्रेस आए तो 15 मिनट में उसको निकाल देंगे. कैसे गिरेगा? न्यूक्लियर मिसाइल दबाएगा. इसे वालों को मत बनाओ भाई, गलती में भी वोट मत करो. वही बोलने के लिए हमें डर
No,
क्या?
he's forgotten his. If you remember yesterday, day before, and I remember very well. It's been in the recent times, Mr. Naughty has been pushing Mr. Kaka as the UPA chairperson. So I think so. Mr. Kaka has got one last hope of becoming a PM. That's the reason. If you even notice his interview yesterday with nobody but India Today, सिर्फ उनको मिलता है ये सब interviews, by the way. So he's clearly mentioned and he said that we are pushing for Mr. Kaka to for the. He's clearly said it. He's clearly said it. So forget about Pappu. Pappu is gone, boss. Pappu is now he's clicking pictures with a person who kept his name Pappu. That is Sidhu.
And actually, there was a news, and what Freeze is telling is right. I read a news somewhere. I think maybe some tidbit that they are thinking of some other president other than Rahul. I mean that connects it now. What he is telling now. Yeah.
No,
So,
that is for the Congress. That is their internal thing. But the UPA,
yeah,
United Party Alliance, they are thinking of making the chairperson Mr. Kaka. So
right.
maybe he's still 80 years. He wants to become PM. Come on, yeah. Come on, Kaka.
Yeah.
And Maharashtra spreads over to entire India, then I know. I even if they don't give visa, I'll stay here, boss. I'll apply for asylum here and stay there. Here.
I'm packing my bags. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, so thank you. I just wanted to give this, and Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram, and bye. So nice to see you, and Varun.
Thank you so much.
You too, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, I'm just checking if Shefali is gonna come back so that at least we could wish her happy birthday. But just letting everyone.
Oh, it's a birthday.
हाँ मैं भी थोड़ा लेट पता लगा मुझे. So I will definitely try to wish her. But more importantly, the reason why we did this session was to kind of make a little bit of noise around certain people. Guys, we need to keep our eyes and ears open. We need to kind of look at these dots, or जैसे कि Freeze ने बोला jigsaw puzzle, right? So these are all the pieces of the puzzle. We have to start putting them together. We also have to see who's playing what kind of a role. कुछ लोग हैं जो एक दूसरे को बॉस और लीडर की तरह किसी को ट्रीट करते हैं. कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो बहुत सारे ऐसे बिजनेसेस में इन्वॉल्व हैं जो एनजीओ एक अम्ब्रेला के अंडर आते हैं. एक एनजीओ ऐसा वर्ड है. I'll tell you, I've been donating and I've been doing certain things with around NGOs. I swear to God, ये जो लास्ट 6 से 8 महीने हुए हैं, वो जो परसेप्शन ऑफ एन एनजीओ है, सब खत्म हो गया. सारा का सारा खत्म हो चुका है. एंड अभी मैं कभी किसी एनजीओ के साथ कुछ एसोसिएट होने को करता हूँ तो मुझे आई रियली एम वेरी वेरी स्केयर्ड कि पता नहीं क्या.
वो हम लोग के बॉम्बे के लैंग्वेज में बोलते हैं दिन में टिक्का, रात में चिकन टिक्का.
Yeah.
In the daytime, it's like, oh, we are in the nighttime. Hello.
Yeah.
All the crazy stuff.
So,
and again, but then we are only, I think everybody should know and realize that even from Twitter, mainly Twitter, we are tagging every time when we are bringing, we all SSRians, we just want to bring all these points in front of the CBI. That's the only reason we are doing. Have they missed out? Like, haven't everybody saying, at the rate CBI, Nupurji, so that they don't miss out, boss. Tomorrow, don't come with stuff which is, doesn't make sense. Right. From the 14th itself, there are too many goof-ups. And a lot of people are answerable for that.
Yeah. Somebody just, sent a kind of a message, a screenshot of I don't know if it's a news channel or a paper or whatever. It says breaking, and it says former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh might soon make a big disclosure in Sushant Singh Rajput and Disha Salian case. It may be around, baby penguin.
I hope so. He does it. I will stand by him if he discloses.
Right.
And whatever he had with Arnab, let Arnab deal with it.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
But right now, if he discloses, sorry,
go ahead. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. No, Anu का भी birthday है, वो भी बता रही हैं कि it's her birthday as well. So Anu, a very happy birthday. Actually, happy birthday to
Happy
everybody,
birthday, Annu ji.
जिनका भी है. But yes, the point, what even Freeze is mentioning, and the whole idea of doing such sessions, even in future as well, would be, let's try to open our eyes. हम पिछले 9 महीने में हमने, I think we've got a little bit of rust on everything. Time to kind of remove the rust and look at it from a fresher perspective. Look at it from, of course, no narratives out here, no narratives at all. These are points which you have to start thinking, pondering, do your search, research. जैसे ही मुझे ये input मिला, I wanted to figure out or find out more, and I am sure I will find out more in the next few days, because
I'm
these
shocked
discussions.
about this guy. How could he put like Ria is the behind bars only because she fell in love with the drug addict? I mean, like,
Exactly.
what he's trying to say with that? You know, I mean, he's already taken a side.
Correct, correct. And I mean, it's like
He's
passing a
somebody who's
judgment,
too
right?
close to that circuit. Why shouldn't we think that the whole circuit is taking that side? And it's that. Okay, here I'll use it's that side ka narrative.
Ah, yep,
Okay,
yep. And out of all the people, right? I mean, this guy who is like, I would say, the mouthpiece, literally the mouthpiece of Aditya Thackeray, just putting it out in writing that justice for Ria, and she's equally important. Pledge justifies it well, and equality. I mean, the points he's trying to make through this tweet is very evident, that he just wants to put it across that from our perspective, from our side, this is, and
it's a
he's,
hashtag justice for Ria. It is a hashtag, right?
yes, justice for Ria.
So we do know that was trending also equally on a very high numbers when we
Yes,
were asking for justice. Okay?
correct, correct,
I mean, nobody will just hashtag that. I mean, you're a part of that. Come on.
right,
And also,
right.
I think sometime next time or soon, we have to bring it back the focus on the whole Bollywood. In the middle of all this, how these guys are getting all this endorsement.
I know.
It's mind-boggling, yeah. Our NCW also, what's wrong with them? Huh?
Yeah,
Which world are they living in?
I mean, these endorsements, right? I mean, when they, I don't know, social media and all this has changed. I would say, इनका perspective शायद change हो गया है. इनको शायद समझ नहीं आ रहा कि हम लोग जो common man है, जो regular people, right? We have
Okay, I
shown,
want to I want to say
yeah,
something. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you too many
sure,
times because then
sure,
I'll forget, and I don't want to forget that. So if you remember, day before or something, there was a small clip of a window curtain open from a very small. It's like a slit open, and we see Alia coming out and somebody clicking. Okay, I request everybody, and please share this with everybody. Do not even like or even comment, because in the social media graph, any publicity, good or bad, is good, is a publicity. Social media in a whole doesn't see that the conversation is good or bad. They take it as that person is in conversation, their graph goes high, so they are in demand. Please do not do that. अगर boycott बोल रहे तो boycott, no, हमको उनके बारे में कुछ बोलना ही नहीं है boss. They don't exist for us. So please do not do that. I mean, which neighbor ऐसा छुप छुप के ऐसा क्या? Why छुप छुप के? It is all made up by them only, यार. आस्ते आस्ते आने देख रहे, you know.
एक चीज और बताता हूँ, फ्रीज अगेन, आई वुड से, आज की डेट में किसी को भी व्यूज, किसी को भी सोशल मीडिया पे ट्रेंड होना है, किसी को भी करना है, तो दे विल कंटिन्यू टू टॉक, चाहे वो नेगेटिव पब्लिसिटी देके ही है, क्योंकि हर कोई ये सोचता है कि अगर मैंने बात नहीं करी तो दूसरा करेगा, राइट? सो व्हाई डू आई
Well,
मिस
you
आउट?
know the dialogue, any publicity is good publicity.
करेक्ट, करेक्ट, करेक्ट.
Yeah.
और इन लोगों को इस टाइम पे उसी वजह से इतनी सारी मूवीज आ रही हैं, साइन अप कर रहे हैं ये लोग, देयर साइन, there are people like, again, I love to quote this, Mr. Amir Khan, right, the Mr. Perfectionist जिन्हें कहा जाता है. He recently announced कि भाई मुझे सोशल मीडिया पे रहना ही नहीं, because end of the day I'm not that active. We all know why he's moving off.
but
He's
he
not
also
biggest.
said that he will be contactable on his .com. So वो अलग ही अपना एक system बना रहा है.
And the
ठीक है?
second thing he mentioned was he will have Amir Khan Productions as the main handle, the only handle through which he will be communicating on social media. I mean, ऐसा भी नहीं है कि he knows the power. एंड दैट्स व्हाई ही इज गेटिंग बॉदर्ड कि यार पर्सनल लेवल पे मैं वैसे तो करता नहीं, पर मैं देखूंगा मुझे टैग करते हैं लोग, इतने गंदे गंदे कमेंट करते हैं और मुझे ट्रोल करते हैं, तो व्हाई डू आई इवन बॉदर? आई लेट मी जस्ट फोकस ऑन माय वर्क. बट एट द सेम टाइम we all know he understands the power of social media, so he
Yeah.
cannot be off, but at the
Like
same
senior
time they don't
Bachchan ji
have.
come WT number ये वो 1 2 3 India free. God only knows what he says. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting rattled right now. They're so
Hmm.
rattled that they don't even know, okay, how to handle this. And one thing I've said many times, they never expected this to go so long. Never expected that. कि
No,
इतना
it is so sad from the senior Bachchan. If I ask you, suppose if you enter, if you had to anybody enter into Bollywood, who would anybody, even आज की तारीख में, who would be the greatest actor? Who would I look upon in terms of acting? It'll be Mr. Bachchan.
yeah.
So the person, so I'm sure even for Sushant, Bachchan was something. He was somebody, right? He was something in somebody. And when he died, this person didn't say a word.
Yeah. अरे
So I want
यार.
to tell to people who look up to these people, these heroes of your, or these, our, I don't know, some very crazy words they use without any legend or epic or I don't know what not. Like yesterday, what revolution somebody used for Anushka walking with the baby. I was like, what is that? What is so revolutionary about that? So you all have to understand that these people who you guys are idolizing, आप मर के जाओगे, इन लोग मुड़ के देखेंगे भी नहीं तुम लोग को. ऐसे है इन लोग.
अरे भाई, मैं कहता हूँ आप तो अमिताभ बच्चन की बात कर रहे हो, राइट? अमिताभ बच्चन को तो अभी साइड करते हैं. दिस गाय सुशांत आइडलाइज्ड शाहरुख खान.
Oh
रियली
really?
आइडलाइज्ड
Okay.
उसको, भगवान की
भाई
तरह.
उसको
उसने
तो
last movie, his last
अकेला भाई.
movie में he tried to imitate him in so many scenes and he wanted to
हाँ.
just, right, उस लास्ट मूवी का ही शर्म कर लेता है ये इंसान. उस लास्ट वो उसके इतने वीडियोस पहले के आए, डांस मूव्स आए, he shared the stage with him couple of times, and if you look at his body language, he had that shivering, जिसे कहते हैं ना कि यार मेरा आइडल मेरे साथ खड़ा है and I'm sharing stage space with him. That individual himself never came out and said a single
But
word.
I'm sure it's besides that they've been even told to stay mum on it.
Correct.
I
Correct.
feel that very much. Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, right, यार मैं ये नहीं कहता कि यार तुम प्लेकार्ड लेके आ जाओ, प्रोटेस्ट करते हैं शाहरुख खान. I'm not expecting that. But saying one single statement and saying Shahrukh, one of my biggest fans, Sushant Singh Rajput, is no more. Something like
Yeah.
he could have said,
Yeah.
right? उसमें
Yeah.
कौन से कोई उसको पेनल्टी लग
There
जाती
those
है?
two Takla Bhatt started Parveen Babi depression. इधर अपनी चिपिका चालू हो गई. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. They went on.
Exactly.
Only till when we and when we everybody got together and started screaming, they shut them out after that.
Yeah.
ठीक है. अपने अपने पिक्चर, हालांकि एक एक पिक्चर उस टाइम जो जो आ रहे थे उसके रिलीज के पहले आके एक दो लाइन देके गुल हो गए फिर से.
Yeah. और
कितने
अब और
मतलबी
अब
लोग हैं.
देखो और अब देखो इनको, किसी का वो सुनील शेट्टी के बेटे की मूवी आ रही है तो एकदम से सब लोग एक्टिव हो जाते हैं,
अरे
सब
full on.
प्रमोट करने के लिए
I
आते हैं.
didn't know Bollywood so much how much I know now in the last 8 months.
Yeah. और
Honestly.
अभी एक नई मूवी आ रही है, आई थिंक आई एम फॉरगेटिंग हिज नेम, आधार जैन या व्हाटएवर, from the Kapoor family, Ranveer's cousin brother who's already done a movie. उसके लिए तो अब politicians, I saw politicians promoting that movie, that
What are
trailer.
you saying?
Yeah, and they're saying,
Why?
this movie is coming, you should watch it. And उसको इतना bash कर रहे हैं लोग for obvious reasons. यार इतना talented एक बच्चा मार दिया इस बॉलीवुड ने. उस टाइम पे तुम्हें पॉलिटिक्स अपनी याद नहीं आई, उस टाइम पे तुम्हारे रिलेशन याद नहीं आए, and now all of a sudden तुम्हें याद आ गया कि ओहो उसकी मूवी आ रही है तो let me just promote her. that is so and that's why I'm very happy that we all are boycotting Bollywood.
See,
This
I'll tell
used to
you,
be.
I've said this before also. If any and everybody thinks that it's only these couple of parties who are rubbing shoulders, you guys are absolutely wrong. Please look from 2014 to 2019, which minister and his wife was there in every fashion shows, running the catwalk, ramp walk with whom. It's all there again for you guys to check it out. Which Shah Rukh Khan is doing book launch किसका कर रहा है जरा देखो चेक करो यार सब मालूम पड़ जाएगा. So there's no, it's across party line यार. वोट हमसे लेते हैं बाद में इनको नाचना गाना और सब कुछ उनके साथ करना है एंड कॉलिंग चल्लू द ओरिजिनल ह्यूमन बीइंग रियली. So it's across party lines. So that's why I'm saying we have to keep putting pressure on our straight up. I'll say BJP also. Don't try to betray us. Don't try to fool us. We're gonna keep a pressure on. Okay? Yeah. This
Yeah.
time we want justice. Not this time. And now every time after this. Because then it's no use. अगर इस time नहीं मिला तो फिर बाद में क्या है? There's no next time, boss. You know.
Absolutely.
The way we all people from all over have got together, and I request everybody on a regular basis keep tagging, keep raising voice, keep asking questions. And again, I think a month or two ago I had told you when all this Mr. Vibhor का सभी चालू था कि छोड़ उसको उसको जो करना है उसको करने दे. We have to brush up from the 14th again because we are missing up a lot of stuff. अभी वसूली आया और कल ये ताई का वीडियो आया. मैं तो ताई है बेइज्जती किसको लाती है, you know.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
absolutely.
stuff.
I think
Too much of coincidence.
I should even start doing this, wherein, जैसे कि मैंने कहा, right? I'm gonna put a logo. I'm gonna continue to talk about this image, which you see on the right side. इनमें से हमने ये लेफ्ट वाले की बारे में आज थोड़ा बात किया. Actually, let me just put it on the screen so that everybody can
Actually, let
see
me
it.
watch it on my laptop.
So I hope. Let me just remove you and me for a. I hope all of you remember this image, which now I have.
I've seen this somewhere. Yeah.
ये शांत ने डाली थी Instagram पे, and it has a deeper meaning. It
Oh,
definitely
he
has.
had put this. Oh, okay.
So if you see, there is a penguin, there is a tiger, there is a cheetah or leopard, there is a each animal, if we try to decode it, is a person. So starting from left side, we already know this, and this one is assumingly, somebody who runs the entire the Mumbai politics circle. And we will definitely talk about others as well, who is doing what in this case and how they are involved. So we'll continue to do that. But guys, again, with a disclaimer, no personal kind of digs at anybody. We are here just to highlight certain things. हमारे एक वो हैं विश्वजीत जी, उन्होंने ये शुरू किया था आज से कुछ महीनों पहले. यूज योर ओन ब्रेन, यूज योर ओन ब्रेन, यूज योर ओन ब्रेन.
मैं तो किसका यूज करते बाजू वाले का क्या
है
मैं तो किसका यूज करते बाजू वाले का क्या.
हाँ, नहीं, लोगों को उन्होंने ये कहना शुरू किया जी कि यूज योर ओन ब्रेन. यस गाइस, सो यूज योर ओन ब्रेन. Try to
Everybody uses their own brain, but to choose which and what so-called narrative you plan. I mean, don't be so naive to just pick up anything because that would be wrong. At least have some stuff on believing what's in front of you. So even the stuff that we are talking is not out of thin air. These are the stuff which is already available on social media. These are the stuff which is already available on Google. हम लोग खुद का कुछ ख्याली पलाव नहीं बनाए इधर, you know, and then saying connect this and connect that. It's
Correct.
there, it's connected already, you know.
So Pooja, I think Pooja was one who was asking. So Pooja, I'm sharing it one more time, but I will share it on, I think I shared it on social media as well. So here's it for.
I mean, realize the penguin. It's only now that I realized it.
Yeah. So we'll continue to talk. Looks like Shefali got busy with her celebrations, so that's fine. We wish her a very happy birthday once again, and to Anu, to you, to everybody who's celebrating any kind of day. But guys, let's bring up these issues. If you have certain ideas, certain things that you would like, for us to kind of bring on this platform,
How
anything
come not
that,
much people came today to speak? That's funny.
yeah, because of obvious reasons, which is okay, which is what is the thing. At least they started thinking, and they will kind of start looking at it from a different perspective. And I would encourage you guys to please do that. Um, and obviously we will not stop. We will start to play more safe. Yes, Rekha ji, thank you so much. I know you are another one very vocal warrior, and we would love to have you on the show, because the last time आपने जब बोलना शुरू किया था, that was really amazing. You really raised some very valid, very good questions, and we'll love to do that more often on this platform. So please, let's do that. And to all the warriors, guys, जैसे कि बहुत सारे लोग बोल के गए हैं, अभी भी बोल रहे थे, let's focus our energies, channelize our energy on the right thing. Let's go back to the
Yes.
drawing board. Let's go back to the basics. That is more important. uh, and let's not, freeze का एक वो word है जो ये use करते हैं, let's not waste the screen time. Even though this is like
Airtime, screen time, whatever you call it.
airtime,
Mhm.
even though this is like all free airtime, this is not like something which is paid or something like that. But it is very important because we are here for a cause. We are not here for entertainment. We are not here for sensationalization. Let's use it more wisely. We are here for each other. Let's talk to each other. Let's bring up issues. Let's bring up topics. But at the same time, let's use it more wisely. And लेट्स नॉट टेक पॉट शॉट्स आल्सो, कि किसी को टैग करके या किसी को ये करके. बट एट द सेम टाइम, if you see any suspicious activity, let's bring it up, let's talk about it, and let's see if everybody is on the same page. So on that, I'll leave you with a lot of things to think about. Rahul, go do your research. His details are available on social media. He's very well connected with a lot of people, and you'll find some issues, some good things that he's been doing, but some very suspicious activities around Imtiaz Khatri and all that. So, use your brain, use your facts, and use your search capabilities to figure out, what else you can find, and share it with everyone. And let's use this platform
And
wisely.
let it be Imtiaz or let it be Rahul. We are not the people who took their name first. So let's be clear
Exactly.
about that also. Yeah.
Absolutely. There are new videos already available. So, yes, I already mentioned that. I am SSR. I want justice for me and my friends. उस रेस्टोरेंट का नाम है भाई जानस. And
With the Z in the end.
yeah, so yes, we all know, a lot of things that this guy has been up to. And जैसे कि मैंने बोला भी था कि he is a voluntary member of the US Sena. Voluntary word, says a lot. It is not like as if he's employed or he's a uh, so it's Rahul Kanal. Dheeraj, I think you joined late. You should look at the title, and if I've not mentioned it, you will find details in the. Let me actually give you this so that you all can see why we did this, what we did today. I'm going to share the screen with the tweet that we are talking about. Rahul N. Kanal. That's the ID is I am Rahul Kanal. And Riya Chakrabarti got arrested for loving a drug addict. Shame on this guy. Again, one last time before I end the session. And Shafali, no, we won't be live for long, but a very happy birthday. Celebrate your day. We will talk again
Yeah,
very
happy
soon.
birthday, Shefali.
And for anybody else, this is the guy. Please go and do all your research and look it up, and tell us if you find something more. We love to do more on these sessions. We are also going to do a little bit on the drug angle. So we will definitely talk more about the Colombian drug mafia and the other drugs that could have been, might have played a role in doing certain things in Mumbai as well. So we'll talk about it. And yes, so thank you. TikTok trend. I gave you some kind of thing for you and for everyone else to write on Twitter tonight. So please go ahead on his page, on his Twitter handle, and express your love for Sushant. I think that'll be a great thing for you. Anything you want to say, Freeze, before we end the session?
Nothing. Yeah, I keep repeating the same thing again. That keep raising your voice. Don't get distracted with some whoever says whatever. Uh, Let anybody be in anybody's platform. We are okay and fine with that. Everybody, I'm honestly fine with every and each and every platform as long as they are raising justice for Sushant and Disha, of course, for Disha also.
Correct.
So because I honestly feel they're interconnected, absolutely 100%. How can we not forget the sentence clearly taken that वो लोग अभी मुझे भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे. It is clear and it's loud and clear. So we can just hope and pray. The way it's going, I don't know when is going to be the next NCB ka, stuff
Yeah, at least
in the court
Ria's hearing is on
regarding
5th.
the bail. Yeah,
Yeah, it's on 5th of April.
it's on fifth.
So
Okay.
we'll hope
Yeah.
to get some good news on that, and hopefully she's behind, or
Yeah.
jitni
So
wasuli
people
karni
should
hai.
understand in India things take slow, man, and this is like a fight with the whole state and the whole machinery. Please do not forget. This is
Mm,
like line में पूरा जो है सब लोग के लगने वाले हैं. You
absolutely.
know.
Okay. See, now a lot of people have been searching, and I'm glad. Please look at the kind of things that are coming out.
I don't know.
He
I
owns
cannot see the chat here.
okay, so people are saying he owns a farmhouse. Connect the dots. He owns a hookah parlor. Connect the dots, and so on and so forth. A lot of things will come in. A lot of things will come out, guys. That's why we are doing these sessions for you
Please,
to
even I didn't know. Let us know on Twitter. Yeah.
yes, and please
Through V for Justice or through Varun.
yes,
Please tag him so that even we come to know. You retweet so that we come to know.
absolutely.
And
I
we'll
will.
share it with everybody else here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Please.
All right. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna end the session. I have okay.
Let's
I
do a
am
next one with
SSR.
Bollywood.
I
There
am
is a lot
SSR.
I want to speak about the endorsement and stuff. We have to pick that up.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
we'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We will definitely do that. I'm SSR. It would have been great if you could have joined and spoken about it. Maybe in the next one, if you've met him, we would love to know. From that perspective as well. But uh, yes, we will definitely do that. So thank you once again, guys, and thank you, Freeze. Thank you, everybody who
Everybody.
joined.
Take care.
Gaurav,
Yeah.
Shifali.
And please don't get distracted and just focus on us. Just on SR and us. You have to only bother what we say, not anybody else say. Please. I humbly request you. I insist also.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Makes sense.
ठीक है.
All right, guys, take care. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Take care.
everyone.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
ठीक है. Yeah. Jai
Vande
Bharat.
Mataram.
See you. Bye.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. So that was the topic for tonight. We will continue to bring certain topics like this. This guy, this friend of Imtiaz Khatri, Rahul Kanal, love to know more about him. अगर आप लोगों को भी कुछ पता है, please connect with us. Social media पे bring up certain items around him. Let's make some buzz around him and see, what exactly is he up to. He could be a good guy, he could be a wrong guy, but we don't know yet. And we are not here to defame anyone. We are here to bring certain things out and about in front of all of you, and that was what we wanted to do through this session. So please go ahead and bring certain people out in the limelight who should be there in the limelight. Um, and let's get justice for Sushant. I think that should be our goal. And the way we can do it immediately is by boycotting Bollywood. So I will continue this fight, and we will continue to, uh, boycott Bollywood. Uh, and give me 1 second. Looks like there has been. Please read my message for Gia. Please also do a tweet daily for Gia, as the nexus is same. Hearing for the case is next is 6th. So yes, guys. So let's do that even for Gia Khan. Rabia ji, the Iron Lady, she has been so vocal about these people, this cabal, this nexus, that we really, really need to kind of speak for her as well. So let's continue our fight against all these people. Let's continue to get justice for Sushant, for Jia Khan, for Disha Salyan, for Sri Devi, and everybody. And yes, like Romana ji is saying, boycott endorsements, and I would say boycott Bollywood completely. Any artist, any star who has not spoken for Sushant, we have to. Yes, very soon, Romana ji, very, very soon, we are going to do that. So, on that note, thank you everyone. Take care. Good night, good day, wherever you are. मेरा दिन शुरू हो रहा है, आप लोगों का दिन खत्म हो रहा होगा. Have a great day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and stay blessed, stay happy, and keep rooting for Sushant, for Disha, for Jia. Take care, guys. Bye bye.